Okay, welcome back to the Gothenburg International Film Festival. I'm here with another guest, and I'll do like I've done with previous guests and ask you to tell us who you are and which film you're here with.
Yes, my name is Hossein Abedi, and I made a documentary movie. The name is The True Will,
Mm-hmm.
and so excuse me that my English is not so good, and
That's fine.
if if I don't understand something, then I will ask again.
Of course.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the film itself, what it's about, and maybe the process of how it came to be?
Yes, the film is about the career choice of Iranian and German students and children, and so the way of every people, for example, if a student with 12 years old want to choose his way, then the parents are a very important point for this choose, and for example, in Iran or some East countries, are the perspective of the parents others than in West countries, So, and I I show in the documentary this different.
Right.
Yes.
And these two perspectives, how did you come up with the idea to have a film about the difference there and the situation or the differences? When did you come up with the idea for this?
Actually, the idea or the reason was that in the recent years, a lot of documentaries or a lot of people produced documentary movies about Iran, and so some of the movies show or some of the movies were from the mainstream media and West countries, and they show Iran as as a threat for peace. So, and other one wanted to show the country as a very modernized country, like Western countries, like Europe or US. They show the best models of the cars in Iran or the high towers in Tehran, and wanted to tell that Iran is a very, very modernized country. But this image is not real, and it's not correct. And they are nothing from Iranian culture or real Iranian culture or Iranian culture and, for example, traditions. So, and I wanted to show and discuss the real image of the country, and it was very important for me. And so the other reason is that I see this problem in my family, in my friends. So that, for example, they like music or they like arts, but the parents and the relation tell you should study engineering or you should be doctor. So, and if you hear it every day, then maybe you will choose a way what it's not your you are not interested in this way, so it's not your.
It becomes the truth almost if you hear this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for example, in Germany or in other West countries, it's other. So if somebody want to I don't know, want to be a painter, then he do it. He does it. So, or somebody want to do something, then the parents tell them, okay, you can try it or you can do it. So, and we will support you. You know, it's very important. If you feel that your parents support are supporting you, or they will support you, then it's very, very great and good feeling. So.
And do you think because this topic feels like, in one way, it's very specific, maybe from your experiences and where you come from, but on the other hand, I'm thinking it also maybe has a global appeal, or I mean, this situation where the parents or one generation don't want the same thing, maybe, and things change. Do your audience, do you think it's possible to understand this scenario and these problems, even if you're from, let's say, Sweden or Canada or other countries? Do you think it's a general problem?
I think it's a general problem. It's this or these problems is not only are not only in Iran. It's everywhere. It is, for example, it is a black and white. If I say it's in the East countries, it's so, and in the West countries, it's so, because it's in Germany also people, they don't like their job, or in Iran people, they are very, very intelligent.
Yes.
Yeah, and they can study engineering fields or other things, but they play in theater, for example, or they make films. So, or they are a football player. It's also possible, but I think the average of people are not so. So the average is, in the West countries you will see more the freedom of choice, and in the East countries it's not like in West countries. So.
And when you've done this film, after it's been finished, have you reached out to different festivals, or what's been your approach to find an audience?
Yes, the film is finished like December, so it's not long time. And we had other problem that the language of the film is Persian and German, and we wanted to translate it in English with English subtitle, and it's finished I think since 3-4 weeks, so or 5 weeks. So, but we will try to send it to other festivals. But this is the first festival that we show the movie. So.
Right. And the team behind the film and the financing and working with the subtitles and all the practical issues of editing and sound, etc. How has this worked? Has it been financed by yourself, or is it through a school, or is it what has been the process of being able to make it? The means of making it.
Yeah, it's a very important, very good question, because I think of course you should earn money with your work, so it's of course, but actually I'm studying electrical engineering, so and I love my study field. So some people ask me, you had this problem, but no, so I love really my study field. And also I like it to make documentary movies. So, but it's so that I wanted to make a film about this problem, or I wanted to I don't know what's the verb for this, but I if you have a problem and you put it or you let me try.
You mean, did you want to focus on it, or not just ignore it, or
No, I actually I want to say, if you if you have a team or if you have people, they want to earn their money with the movie. So it will be hard sometimes because if you have not too much money or if you should work nights or other problems, then the quality will not be very high. So my film, it's my first film, it's also not high quality, but we wanted to give our best, and every person of my team wanted to give the best, and so it's a no cost film. So of course we had some little costs for, I don't know, for eating or for some things, but so I can say 95% of the cost it was
were they
what-
volunteering or doing it without getting paid?
without getting paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody works for self. So
Yeah.
because they looked the problem or they saw this problem, and they think, okay, I will help and I will change this problem and I will.
Okay, so you're saying that mainly the people working with it did it for a good cause, which this is an important question to put forward, maybe.
What do you mean? Most of people?
The people involved in making the film, they did it for a good cause. They did it because they thought it was an interesting subject that they wanted
Yes.
to get out. So to
Yes.
speak, so.
And I think this is only with this way you can make good movies. So maybe this sentence is a big sentence for me as a director with the first film, and but I believe in this that if you do something for your heart, heart or heart,
Yeah.
heart. If you do something for your heart, then it will be. It will have a very good quality, and it's not important what is your camera or what is the music, but the real quality will be high. If also when the quality of the picture or image is not so good, but the real quality will be high. So
Yeah.
and I find this point is very, very good in the independent film festivals.
I agree with you. I think that's very important. And talking about the film festival, first of all, I was wondering how you found out about our festival, the Gothenburg Indie Film Festival. How did you get in contact with us?
Actually, I heard about the festival from my friend. So I have a friend in the US. Okay. And he told me, and then I looked it and I find it a very, very nice festival. So very good idea, actually. And then I sent my film here, and never I have believed that I can also be here. So that my film accepted here. So but.
And what is I'll ask you this. I've talked earlier with guests about new technology. And I think it's fascinating, the question. There are a lot of new ways to meet people through the net and through forums. You can find out more about technology. You can also find smaller festivals. It's easier now than, let's say, 20 years ago. But there's also another aspect. There are a lot of digital meeting rooms. But in a way, a festival is a physical meeting room where you meet real people. If you understand what I mean.
No.
Let me rephrase it. Or I'll turn it into two questions. First of all, do you think that today's technology, with the use of cheaper equipment, and also being able to spread your film on Vimeo or YouTube and reach out through social media, do you think that's important? What's been the technical development in recent years?
Of course, it's yes. I mean, for the it's of course it's important, but for the quality, for the real quality, is important that the idea come from your heart.
Yeah.
So, and if you tell, okay, I have a very perfect technology, for example, the editing. The editing 40 years ago, it was very, very, very hard, I think, because you had analog systems only. And today it's very easy with the program. You can edit your film digital, and it's absolutely possible for a child to make a film. So it's very important. The social media, Facebook, YouTube is very important, but I think for the real quality is idea is very important.
Right. And what do you think about the importance of festivals? Is it important that there festivals exist? And what's your impression and what's your feeling when it comes to why do we have to have festivals, or do we have to have festivals?
Okay, how can I answer? Okay, the point is, I told you actually I'm studying electrical engineering, and I like my field, and so I don't like movies, but I love documentaries. So it was a reason why I made it. But the point is, I thought before I came here, I thought it's a boring atmosphere. It will be a boring time with movies. They are with the fine arts, and I can't understand the movies, But it was not so. If I when I was here and I watched some movies, I was surprised, because a lot of movies I find they were so good that in the normal cinema or in Hollywood, maybe you will see every 3 years one good film, so or maybe every 2 years. But here I don't say that I understand all of the movies here, or I like all of the movies. It's not so, because I'm very, very new in the world of art, so it's the other reason. But actually I find it very, very good idea to have this festival, and to try with easy materials to have a festival. For example, yesterday there was an outside screening, and it was a very good idea. So and it was very easy with the projector, with the so low cost, but good quality.
Interesting. And do you think here at the festival, have you met a lot of the other filmmakers? Has this meant something, also meeting each other, other people working within the same field? Have you met interesting people here, or do you think?
Yes. It was the other thing that I don't know how can I tell it in English, but in German they say, so people with the nose is so high,
Yeah. In Sweden it's called näsan i vädret. It's the same expression.
Okay.
It means you're like this.
Yeah. And before I thought here is a boring atmosphere, and there are people, they think they are the best actors,
more,
and they are
elitist.
Elitist. But it was because it was an independent film festival. The people were very nice, and they was open to discuss about all things, and it was very, very good time. So actually, I don't know if they will or you will repeat it next year.
I really hope so.
Yeah,
yes, we're planning to. So.
I will come again. So
Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
And to sort of round it off, first of all, do you have plans for the future when it comes to filmmaking? Your own film now, is your plan now to work on spreading the film that you've done, or do you have other ideas or documentaries in the pipeline?
For the future, okay.
Yes.
Yes, I have. I already told you that I'm in the with my I'm very busy with my master thesis, and so I will not choose one of them, my engineering career or my filmmaking career. I will have both of them, and this is the reason why I cannot go so fast, because I should, and of course, I already told you that they are in the society, society. I think in the society, generally in the world, are things and problems and concerns. They are the reason for a lot of big problems. So, for example, a big problem, all people are speaking about this, but the reason for this is in the society. And I want try to find the reason, and I will try. For example, I like the documentaries. They show they are not only from one perspective, only from one point, or people they sit in London and make a documentary about Tehran. So it's not possible. Or I think it's good if you show in your documentary movie 2 or more countries and compare it with another.
Yeah.
And because the people of the world should learn a lot of things from another, and I think only this is the way to reach the peace in the world. For example, if I see in Germany is that problem, it's not a problem. So to choose the right field of your or what you are interested in this. So it's not a problem, but in Iran it's a very big problem. So then I made this documentary about this theme. So and from the other perspective, I can or there are a lot of points. For example, so that the Iranian people could learn from the Germans. Germans can also learn from Iranians. So, for example, in things like friendship, or to be happy in the life, or I don't know, to have a good family in the life. So it's important points that the West can learn it, and I think we should show it, and we should look the Welt. The Welt is the same word for world in German. So you should look the world without color glasses. Yeah. So and it's the big of problems that you see documentaries that what I told you at the beginning, that some of documentaries try to show the country very black, and so all things are bad, and some of documentaries try to show that Iranian people are so rich and they are so happy and there are no problems. So it's not the real image. So I think independent documentary makers should show the image, so show the real images, and I already said it's the way to reach the peace in the world.
This sounds very interesting, I think. But like you're saying, talking about different perspectives, and you're also talking about learning from each other and being able to see things without prejudice. And I'm thinking, is there a specific topic that you think your next film will be about? Do you have something specific you would like to explore and make a film about, or are you not there yet? Do you know specifically what you would like to?
Yeah. Maybe, so I'm thinking about this, but maybe my next project. Yeah. For comparing the two countries, Iran and Germany, because I was half of my age in Iran and the other half in Germany. Yesterday I met an Iranian guy at the street. He was selling hot dogs. So
Yeah.
and we were talking about this, and why he's coming to Sweden, and what was the reason. And so he was, what's the name of Asul? Or if one
Asyl,
Asul,
yes,
in English is Asul?
No, it's asking for refuge to be able to come here.
Yeah, if one person in Germany we say Asyl is the word for if one guy come to other country and want to be there and put the passport away, So
Yes. If you're a refugee and you're wanting to have refuge in a different country,
yeah.
right?
And it was he was from Iran, and I asked, what was your reason? What was your reason to come here?
Right.
And a lot of people think he told me, yes, political situation in Iran, I don't like it also. But he told me the first reason was that, he told me two reasons, the economy, and the other reason, he told me it was the first reason, was the society in Iran. For example, he asked me, he told me that he was married, and all of people in the family told him you should have children, or you should have, in Germany it's so you are alone for you, so and you live for you, and nobody told you should do this or you should do this. But Iran is another society, and this situation in Iran has a lot of positive things, but some negative things. And one of them was my first documentary about the career choice. But other problems are, for example, he showed his cell phone, and he told me, in Iran, I should have an iPhone 5. If I don't have it, then all people will speak about this, or I was not happy. But here I have an old Nokia phone, and I'm happy. And so I can do every jobs. For example, I can clean, I can sell hot dogs. But in Iran, I should have a very, very good job.
Yeah.
So, and I asked him, who can change the problem? Who can change the situation? And he told me, I don't know. So because it's very, very important things, and I think it's not an easy problem. It's very, I don't know what's the name of. We have science, we have technology science, but what of art? What is politic as science? What's the name for this? Politic or economy or society science? What's the name of? Generally.
Science? Do you mean like development, or like the situation, or?
For example, at the university there are some science with the technology, with technical science, and we have, for example, doctor, dentist. There are, and we have other science for politics, for society or economy. and other things. I don't know what's the name of.
I know, but I understand what you mean.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay, very nice. This art of science are in the Iranian society very cheap. So the
Okay.
people tell, okay, I am a good man, so I'm very intelligent, and I'm electrical engineering. So what
Okay.
are you? You are studying politics science.
Okay.
You were very bad at the school, so and this problem. So the perspective of the people, I think that can change only the people self, so, not the government. So the government can help to the problem, but the people should move. And so it was the first one of them, one of the two ideas what I want to make a documentary in the future, and the other one is so what I see in Germany, for example, in Germany. The definition of family is the other definition as in Iran, and so I want to try to show this, that in Germany maybe we can change the situation. That we can change, that the people can you know what I mean with the
Maybe a less individualist society. The people aren't
Yeah.
as
or for example, in Germany, el- okay, what's the name of a lot? And if they are not a lot,
just a few.
if yes,
Yeah.
just a few people in Germany or go to marry. So and this problem has a lot of reasons. So one of them is the culture. One of them is the laws, that law or rules in Germany. It's so that a lot of people told me, if you marry, then your life you will not have lot money, or I don't know, if you if you are away, so you are not together after a few years, then you will have you should to give the half of your money to your wife, or I don't know. So I don't know that it is a good situation or not, but before I make a documentary, I will research about this, and these two things are things what I want to research about is it, and maybe I will make a documentary about this.
It sounds like you have an interest in comparing, like you said before, if I get back to what you mentioned earlier, comparing different societies and taking what's good with like you said before, it's not black and white. There are good things with different societies. It's hard to see if you don't get to look at them beside each other, and then you can see this is good here and this is good here, and
Yes.
so on. Yeah. So basically, for my final question, I was thinking, if someone sees this on Vimeo or sees this on YouTube or Vimeo, or is a visitor at the festival, or for some reason is probably a young person thinking that they want to make their first film, or that they think that they maybe want to make their first film. Maybe they just have an idea. Do you have any tips? What would you say is important when you're at that stage where you haven't done it, but you're thinking, maybe,
Yesterday came a guy to me and asked me, "Oh, you are a filmmaker. Oh, it's very nice. So it's very good." And I look him, okay. What are you doing? So let's talk. And he told me, maybe since 2 years I want to make a movie. So and my question, why didn't you do it? So, and he told me, yeah, but I don't. I should go to the school. I should learn this from there. Yeah, I don't know, because I think filmmaking is a job you should. It's learning by doing. So you should do it, and only read books or look or watch movies. It's not a good idea. You should watch movies or you should read books, but not only this is important for this. And the other point, this is my opinion, but I don't know that it's correct or not. But I think so. If you look in the history, that a lot of painters, for example Picasso, he's Picasso, and before I think that it was not so that he every month or every year goes to painting festivals in the world and look, or in internet he couldn't know or couldn't look other painters in internet or write in Facebook. So but he's Picasso. So and other artists, it's the same. So I think this is very dangerous. Yeah, I think this is very dangerous that today a lot of young filmmakers they think, if I want to make movies, I should. Somebody told me, you should, Hossein, you should watch every day one film. Every day you should watch one film, and
so you find some sort of mold, that you have a framework to follow.
Yes, I think it's danger that if you watch a lot of movies and then you will have a limit. So, and this is your limit, and you cannot go over the limit, because you only watch movies, Hollywood movies, or you watch Harry Potter, or I don't know, and this is the problem. So you cannot get a new idea, and the new idea is very important in the filmmaking. So, okay, I'm a documentary maker, and it's some different, because in the documentary you don't know or you don't need all of the special effects, so it's not so important. But I think you should think about this, that the real idea come from your heart and not from other movies.
Okay, nice final words.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Good luck.